Okay, so again, we're starting out by assigning each student, presumably his or her hometown. And so let's see, Braxton is not here today. We will figure that out later. Thank you. Okay, let's see who is next. Just trying to use my other computer here. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Okay, just give me 1 second so I don't have to go back and forth on these screens. Come on now. Come on. All right, here we go. So now I don't have to go back and forth. Okay, so the next person is Cooper. Is Rebecca Cooper here today? Rebecca Cooper? Yeah, I can't see you all in this. Cooper R. No. Okay, next, Cromwell. Is Giovanni Cromwell here today?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes. What's your hometown?
Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, we got some Charleston, South Carolina. Thank you very much. Next is Green. Kamaya Green, are you here today? Apparently not. Okay, is Ariel Hamilton here today? Nope. Hayes, Trevion Hayes, you here today?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What's your hometown?
Memphis.
Okay, we have Memphis, Tennessee. Thank you very much. Next, Hill.
I'm here.
How do you pronounce your first name?
It's Tajiana.
Okay, Tajiana, what is your hometown?
Champaign, Illinois.
Okay, let's see. Okay, good. Howard, Destiny Howard, are you here today?
Yeah, I'm here.
Where are you from?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay, thank you very much. See, we have two Johnsons. Johnson, if Sharquindlin, are you here today? Okay, moving right along. What about Johnson, Gabrielle Johnson? Are you here today?
I'm here.
Yes. What's your hometown?
I'm Atlanta.
Atlanta?
Yes.
Thank you very much. And let's see, making progress now. Let's see, now we have Lancaster. So Zoe Lancaster, are you here today?
Yes, sir.
Where are you from?
Sudbury, Ontario.
Oh, what was that city again?
Sudbury.
Sudbury, Ontario. So you're not, we're gonna make you in Nashville, is that okay?
That's fine, yes.
Yeah, this is kind of needs to be, you know what? I'm not gonna do that to you. How do you spell that, your city again?
Sudbury.
Oh,
I texted it.
just like it sounds. Okay. That's going to be interesting. All right. Let's see who's next. Langford.
I'm here.
Langford, Noah. What's your hometown?
I'm from Lexington, Kentucky.
Lexington, Kentucky. Okay, thank you very much. Lopez, Bridget, are you here today?
Yes.
What's your hometown?
Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Thank you very much. Um, um, let's see, trying to. Okay, Morgan, are you here today?
Yes, I'm here.
How you pronounce your last name?
Oh, Jamliwa,
Okay, and what's your hometown?
Powder Springs, Georgia.
What was that again? Was it Hotter Springs?
Powder Springs.
Oh, Powder Springs. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's basically Atlanta, but okay. Who knows? Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, Owens. Elizabeth, are you here today? Not here. That's me. Parrish. Diamond, are you here today?
Yes, sir.
Where are you from?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, finally a Nashville person. All right, thank you very much. Ricks. Are you here today, Ricks? Nope. Let's see, Roberson DeMoria. Are you here today?
I'm here.
Yes. What's your hometown?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, St. Louis. We have a good distribution of cities. Okay, and let's see. Going down the list, almost to the end. Robinson Alyssa, are you here today?
I'm here.
What's your hometown?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, another St. Louis. Two St. Louis people. Let's see. We have Scott, Ariana. What's your hometown?
Lithonia, Georgia.
Lithonia, Georgia. Let's see. Okay, Tunstall, Dakota. Where are you from?
Memphis, Tennessee.
Oops. And okay, we have two Williams. Okay, Alexander Williams, are you here today? Let's see if the other Williams is here today. Kaylin,
Yes.
where are you from?
Memphis, Tennessee. Happy 901 day.
So we have Memphis.
On one day.
And Natasia Wright. Are you here today? Okay, that's everybody that's here today. So we have signed everyone that's here a city, and you'll see why that's important as we move into the assignment. Listen very carefully as we go through the assignment. Now, this is going to be somewhat of a challenge because you're going to have to go back and forth between the instructions and the project window, but I'm going to try to walk you through the first part of it, and hopefully you will get through it. I'm going to go into student mode just so that you can get the view from the student standpoint. Change to a student. Okay, now I'm a student. And again, you go here. And then the assignment itself is in a Word document here. And so just open up. Okay, so it takes a couple of clicks and then you get to the assignment itself. Exploring geographic information systems maps using ArcGIS online. Okay, so two things. A, be patient. B, be patient. This is not going to be something that's easy to navigate for a variety of reasons. So I'm going to be taking you into the online portion of the assignment itself. And you also have this Word document that includes instructions, okay? So we're going to have to go back and forth because the online version does not have places where you can actually enter answers to the questions. Therefore, you have this Word document. I've tried to duplicate the instructions on the Word document that you also see in the online assignment. Which is going to cause you to become confused from time to time. Again, be patient. Next, when you find yourself getting perhaps confused, contact me as early as possible and I will try to help you. I do not expect for you to do this perfectly right away. It's going to take some time to get used to the process. Secondly, or thirdly, or fourthly, or whatever, please get started on this assignment as soon as possible, okay? Because if you procrastinate and wait until September the 7th to start working on this assignment, you might not get it done, or you probably won't get it done. Okay, so that being said, here's what you should do. Go to this link, open it up. This should take you to the assignment page itself. Let me just make sure that this is going to show you what. Okay, so you should come to this page. Okay, so this is also in the instructions. So see here, so we're good so far. I'm just checking because this is somewhat confusing. Okay, so just follow the instructions, launch course. Click here where it says launch course. Click sign in. And notice it takes you to this page. Now, you don't have an ArcGIS online account. Go here to where it says create a public account. And then just go through the steps to create your public account. First name, last name, blah, blah, blah. You've all signed up for stuff before. And when you do that, that will create for you a public account for ArcGIS online software. After you have your public account, you'll type in your username, your password, you'll sign in. I'm signing into my account. So now, signing in here should take me back to the course. Perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna have to start over because I've done this 3 times already. Yours should just start off here. Now, here's where you're going to have to really pay attention, okay? And also follow these instructions. So this exercise is essentially in several parts. Part one, what is GIS? And basically the what is GIS section just takes you through getting a basic understanding of geographic information systems and some other concepts. It's mostly reading and watching videos. And now, as you go through this portion of the exercise, the content herein will really go a long way towards preparing you for unit exam A. So don't just blow through this and say, I'm not going to read this, I don't have time. Read it, because if you read through it, it will definitely prepare you for unit exam A. Now here's where you have to really start paying. Let's see, there's a couple of questions in the chat. Hold up. We got to use our school email. You can use whatever email account you want to sign up. You don't have to use your TSU email account to sign up. Thank you very much. Okay. Then you move on to working with maps. Here's where you have to really, really pay attention. Click here. Name that place. Scroll down. Okay. And keep going. Scroll down to where it says explore the map until you get to here where it says name that place. Okay, click on that link. And now you are here. Okay, now I am recording this, so you'll have these instructions for you at your disposal immediately after this. But I just want to kind of walk you through the first part. Now listen, pay attention. Scroll down, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going until you get to this, the first of your questions where it says name that place. Notice in the Word document, when you scroll down, guess what it says? It says, you know, it tells you to read all this information, and then you get to where it says name that place. Okay, so at the course instructions, move on to name that place. So that we're at name that place. Now, okay, now you have to answer some questions. It says here's slide 1 under name that place. Can you name this place? Okay, so I'm gonna open it up. Can anyone name this region in North America? What do we call this region in North America?
Great Lakes.
Yes, exactly, the Great Lakes region. If you want to check your answer, click here. Yes, it's the Great Lakes region. Okay. So now what? Go here, type the answer for slide 1 there. Next. What major landmark is this? And so on and so forth. So you go here, 1, 2, 3, what major landmark, blah, blah, blah. What major landmark, what is it? What answer is here? Slide 4, can you name this place? Slide 5, what is this landscape? And so you answer those questions here. You type the answers right into this Word document. Okay, this is where you type your answers right into the Word document. Right here. Right here, that's where you type your answers, because when you're done, you're going to upload this entire Word document to the Dropbox. So for slide 7, okay, it looks like you all have an older version, but I'm going to fix that right now. Thought I updated this. Again, if you see anything that seems off, as usual, just let me know. You know what? Just give me just 1 second. Stop my share. I'm going to, whoa. I'm going to put the most recent version of this assignment into the space just so that, well, let me get to developer mode. Just give me 1 second. Apologize, will take 1 second. Here, I want you to have the most recent version of the assignment, assessment, boom, boom, Dropbox, boom. Scroll down to GIS assignment 1, edit, boom. Let's see, yeah, it's still good. This side of here, upload the new one. Computer, upload. Okay, where are we? Documents, 1010, geography 1010, fall 2020, it's 31. Boom. Bap, save. Okay, so now you should have the corrected version of this assignment in the box. Let me go back to sharing the screen. Sorry about that. Here we go. Back to the assignment. Boom. Pull this back up. Get rid of this one. All right, pull up the new one. New one should go back to student mode. Student mode, so I can look, see what you all are seeing. All right. Now go in here, boom. 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 All right, here we go. All right, sorry about that. Now here we are, yes, slide 7. Can you name that place? So that's the correct. Come on. All right, slide 7. Can you name this place? Same thing. So really, this first part of the assignment is just to make sure that you're going through and understanding how to interpret maps. And then at H, you'll type some of your thoughts about this process. You know, how easy was it, or what was your experience with using GIS in answering these questions? Okay, so now again, we go back to these instructions, and like I said, this is not the, I understand this is going to be kind of a pain in the neck to navigate, but it is what it is. And so now we'll go back to the instructions that move you to maps and scale. And that's here under working with maps. So after name that place, you read understanding scale. Then you move on to representing the real world with GIS. And then you move on to making maps next. So notice you went from 1 to 2 to 3, and then you go here. And then you have more instructions about what is a web map, what is a base map, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of this is reading. And you'll see why this is important in a moment. Then you'll actually get to the point where you're actually going to do something with the software. So all of that is kind of preliminary. Now you'll make your first map, and this is where your hometown selection comes into play. Listen very carefully at this point, because we're going to deviate a little bit from what the instructions say. Okay, now we'll open the map. And so you should be logged in, and tells you just how to sign in, blah, blah, blah. So you'll go here. And now when you get to this point, it says instead of selecting one of the bookmarked cities, you will be assigned a city. So all of you have been assigned your hometown. Well, most of you, those of you who are here. What city were you assigned? And you'll type your answer in here. Nobody else picked Baltimore, so I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. So you type in your hometown right there. Okay.
Excuse me, where can we find the Word document? I'm looking for it. It's not attached to.
It's in the calendar. If you go to the calendar, are you on the home page?
Yeah.
If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you should see it. It's a Word document. Did you find it?
No.
Okay.
I'm in the eLearn, right?
Yes. So on the very first page, you see the calendar. Do you see where it says GIS assignment 1?
Yeah.
In the calendar, yeah, click on that. Did you click on it?
Mm-hmm.
If you scroll down, you should see it all the way at the bottom.
It's taking me to like the Dropbox. I don't know. It's not taking me to the. Oh, I got you. I see it.
Oh, you see it? Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So you type your hometown in there. And then it says, enter the name of your assigned city into the ArcGIS Online search bar. So you have ArcGIS Online open, go to the map. Sorry, go to the map first. And then now you're into the ArcGIS Online software program. This is a very powerful mapping program. This is not like Google Maps or anything like that. This is a lot more powerful than that. So type in your city. So I'm going to type Baltimore, Maryland. And the map will zoom to your city just like that. Okay, so your next step says the map will navigate you to. So there's an example. So I use Baltimore, Maryland as an example. Then it says paste a screenshot of your city's map in the space below. It should look something like this. So put the cursor there. Go back to the screen, and on your computer keyboard, you'll see in the upper right-hand corner, a print screen button. Hit that print screen button one time. Boom. And now, let me do that again. Hit that print screen button once. Go into your Word document, place your cursor here, hit paste, and it'll drop that screen right into your Word document like that. Okay, so there's a screen that you just saw, Baltimore, Maryland, and then move on to the question. Now it asks which base map is displayed. So hopefully you would have read all those questions about base maps, and you click here and you'll notice that the topographic base map is displayed. Remember, topographic lines connect points of equal elevation. So this is a map of elevation in Baltimore, Maryland in this case. So you would type which base map is displayed, topographic, and then move on to B. What features are visible on the map? Features are objects that are visible on the map. Now, what I want you to do here is be somewhat specific, okay? Don't be general. So one feature here is Druid Hill Park. If you remember the group Drew Hill with Cisco, that's why their name is Drew Hill. They named themselves, they're from Baltimore. They named themselves after Druid Hill Park in Baltimore, or at least the Druid Hill neighborhood. Maybe you all aren't familiar with Druid Hill. That's kind of an old group. But anyway, so Druid Hill Park, Druid Lake, maybe here's John Eager Howard Elementary School. So those are just some of the features that are on the map. Mark, Baltimore, Penn Station, just name a few features that you see. So features are just objects on the map. Next, when you get to 10, change the base map for your city. How do you do that? You go here, base map. Let's choose imagery. Let's choose imagery. Let's choose imagery hybrid. Click on imagery hybrid. There's lots of choices available. Notice that now we have a remote sensing image of Baltimore. Remote sensing is one of your vocabulary words. Like I said, working on this assignment will really get you ready for a unit exam A. Same thing, what features are on the map? You might see some different features now, perhaps, but Eastern Avenue is a feature and so on and so forth. Then paste a screenshot there, change the base map, type the base map you chose. Again, what features are labeled. Well, in this case, it asks what features are labeled on the map. And so look for whatever is labeled. Choose another base map. Go back in. There's another base map in here. Let's choose streets. Notice streets. You get a different base map. So different base maps have serve different purposes. Obviously, when you start using this software. And so, again, what features are labeled on the map, just type that right into the screen. Next, at 12, they're going to ask you to pick a specific base map. The National Geographic base map, one here, base maps. Here's a National Geographic base map. Notice that it has a different level of detail. And then just answer the questions. What features are added or taken away as you zoom? So zoom in and out. Notice that some features go away when we zoom in. Notice some things disappear when we zoom out, excuse me. We zoom in, certain things show up when we zoom in. We zoom out, things disappear. This is one of your vocabulary words. It's called generalization. This is called generalization. And so what happens with generalization is when we get to different map scales, we have in some cases when we zoom in to produce a larger scale map, we see more detail, right? But when we zoom out to a smaller scale map, we see less detail. And that is because if we included all the detail on this smaller scale map, this map would be very cluttered. And so a cartographer makes decisions about what to include on a map at different scales to make it most easily interpretable or most easily read by the human eye or the map reader. And so that is generalization, okay? The practice of deciding how much detail is on a map at different scales. Generalization, determining how much detail is on a map at different scales. Okay, so what features are represented with a different shape? And so notice that some of the features, if we zoom out, let me see if I can find a good one here. Let me zoom all the way out. Let me see. Okay, so here notice when we zoom all the way out, we have these outlying cities to Baltimore or outlying towns, and they're represented by point symbols. So remember, there are three kinds of map symbols: point, lines, and area symbols. So when we zoom really far out from Baltimore, notice that some of these small towns are represented by point symbols. So that's one thing that changes as we zoom out. You might find others, perhaps. Okay, now we get all the way down to where it says, go to step 4, find a landmark or place. Now we're at step 4, find a landmark. Here's where your, so here's where you locate a potentially controversial landmark in your chosen city. You might have to do a little research. You may have to use Google Maps for your search, perhaps. Let's see, maybe, no, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I'll just stick to the plan. I'll stick to the plan. Okay, so you are, whoops. So here is where you move down to, we're still going down, down, down. Okay, here's where it says find a landmark or place. Step 4, which coincides with step 4 there. Like I said, you're gonna have to take your time, watch this video. Now you're gonna go down here. And so here's where we're gonna do something different. Notice the instructions say that we're gonna use these bookmark cities. We're not gonna do that. You're gonna use the city that you chose, which of course is your hometown. Okay, so you're going to zoom into your city. So we've already done that. Come on. All right, this. Here we go. So then type the name of your city in the search bar, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so then the next step is to find a controversial landmark in your chosen city, okay? The easiest thing to do is to go onto the search bar while you're zoomed in on your city and then type in something controversial. So here's a controversial person, Robert E. Lee, right? We all know who he, and look at what happens. Up pops Robert E. Lee Park. Click on that and it zooms right to Robert E. Lee Park. We all know who Robert E. Lee is or was. Not the kind of a controversial figure, wouldn't you agree? So in Baltimore, actually this park is no longer named Robert E. Lee Park. So here's another, what we call teachable moment. So remember when we talked about maps and cartography, how important the concept of time is. And so a map is just a snapshot in time. And so at some point in time, certainly there was a Robert E. Lee Park right outside of Baltimore, Maryland. I believe maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, that park name changed, but notice the map has not changed. And so when we use geographic information systems, what you're actually looking at is a database, and a person is responsible for the database. And people might, obviously whoever made this map did not remove Robert E. Lee Park from the map, even though the name changed to Roland Park several years ago. So that should give you a good idea of how to be wary about certain aspects of maps, and that they are not necessarily dynamic. They are static, which means that you really represent that one point in time when the map was made. Everything changes the second after the map is made to a different physical, natural, and human environment. And so that's why the concept of time is very important in mapping. Okay, so again, you might have to do a little research. You might have to Google. Some of you might already know of some controversial landmarks in your city. And when we say controversial, don't necessarily look for only things that are controversial to you. Let's use Google Maps for just 1 second. Google, boom, Google. So here is Google Maps. And I'm going to type Washington, D.C. here. Okay, so now that I'm at Washington, D.C., I'm going to type something that you might not expect to see here. Black Lives Matter Plaza. Oh, what's that? And so now I'm going to switch to a remote sensing image. And I'm going to zoom in. And what do you see there? You see anything interesting on the screen?
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah. So do you think that those words, Black Lives Matter, are actually painted on the street on
Yes.
yeah, that actually happened.
So like that can be one?
Yeah, so would that be controversial?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe not to you, but obviously
Right.
there are some people who might find that you know, who might find something like that controversial. So controversial just is a matter of opinion. So you can find things that are controversial, maybe to you, maybe to others. So be open-minded, especially you know, be open-minded. It's not just something that's controversial to you. It's something that you might like, that somebody else might not like, so to speak. And so let's see, I'm just going to show you something here in a moment. So let me go back to my screen share. And so I did some ground truthing over the weekend, and I can tell you that, you know, I went to the march this weekend. So this is, here I am at another landmark. This is the Martin Luther King landmark, which is close to Black Lives Plaza in Washington, D.C. And yeah, so could this landmark be considered controversial by some people?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Not everybody likes Dr. King. You might have said, "Oh man, let's tear this monument down." Somebody who might want to do that, might want to deface this monument. People who have a different perspective. So just about anything, any monument landmark could be considered controversial. And let's go back to. Well, let's just stay here. I was going to do something else, but let's move on. Okay, so next we will, I'm going to show you how to do this. You'll follow the instructions to mark the landmark with a map note. And since you're here, I can show you how to do that. Very easy. Add the map notes, boom. Click these little dots here. Okay, I think this, bam, rename, boom. And in this case, I'm gonna call this, now I'm back in Robert E. Lee Park. There's your controversial landmark, hit okay. Notice when I click on that landmark, boom, the name pops up. Next, you'll do that print screen, boom, bam, bam. And then there's your map embedded in the Word document with the pop-up box visible, okay? I'm recording this, so in case you are multitasking at the moment, you can come back and watch. Oh, let me go and see what's in the chat.
Dr. Padgett.
Yes.
Okay, so basically for this assignment, the only thing that we're doing is just answering the questions that's in this worksheet thing, and then just submitting it. That's it, really, right?
Say it again.
So like the only thing that we're basically doing is just answering the questions and just inserting the pictures with the document and then just submitting it, right? Basically.
Yes, you'll submit this entire Word document to the Dropbox. Okay, so Hayes also, so we don't have to, yes, you do have to take the quiz. Yes, and Zoe says, can we pinpoint the location of a monument that is no longer there? Yeah, sure. Yeah, just like the one I just showed you. Robert E. Lee Park is, well, it's there, but the name isn't there. But certainly, especially now, a lot of these monuments have been torn down, burned down. You know, so if you know of a monument location that is not there, then by all means, you can, you know, the name of the monument might still be embedded in the database. Okay, so speaking of the, so the next step is to save your map. Very important step here, okay? Don't do all this work and then don't save it. So watch carefully, hit save here, boom. Save as, and you can give the name and title of the map. I call it Dr. P Baltimore map or whatever you want to call it. And then you can add tags, TSU, geography 1010, description. I don't think you can save the map here. And then, so if you want to get back to your map at some point, go here to ArcGIS, content, and it'll show up in content here. See, there it is, Dr. P Baltimore map. Click on it, the map will come back up. Like so. Now, of course, now you want to share this map so that most importantly, well, everybody can see the map after you share it, but most importantly, I can see it so you can get a grade. So you go here to share, then click everyone, and then you'll get the link to the map. Very important step here, scroll down and click this done button. You know, that will actually lock in your share. Go to this link, select, right click, copy, Word document, boom, 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 boom. And then make that link live, save your Word document, and then, not done yet, these are all the instructions for saving the map. They're in the instructions. Then go to the quiz. Keep taking the quiz until you pass. It'll, even if you don't pass it, eventually you'll pass. You'll get a screen that says congratulations, you've passed or whatever. Paste that successful exam pass screen capture there, and then you are in vous êtes finis, you are finished. And then that's it. Then you take this entire document, save it, and upload it to the Dropbox. So I'll have your screen captures, your link to your map, your screen captures, the answers to these various questions. So don't forget to answer these questions. Take your time. After you're done, go back, make sure you didn't miss any questions, okay? Be patient, and when you have questions, as soon as you start feeling like oh, I don't know what's going on, email me or call me on the Dr. P hotline. Don't sit there, you know, try to figure it out for yourself first. You know, don't just throw your hands up immediately and say, oh, I'm lost, I don't know what I'm doing. Try to figure it out for yourself first. And then if you get jammed, call me right away. Don't spend 3 hours trying to figure something out. Maybe take 20, 30 minutes. If you're still confused, definitely email me. Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording at this point because I think I've given you the instructions rather succinctly.